Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Buchanan, where it's homecoming on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan. I'm Bill Nestor, joined by Jonathan Hicks and VJ Davis as we get set for another edition of Bobcat football. Jonathan, it's the first home game in the MEC conference for this Bobcat team. They're looking for a big win. It'd be the first win of the season. Nothing better than having a homecoming crowd on hand to support you as you try to get win number one.
Absolutely, and a beautiful fall afternoon here, Bill, in Buchanan, and homecoming, like you said, and everybody seemed a little jacked up there early at midfield. Both teams had a few words with each other, and if you're Wesleyan, you hope you can carry that over into the game and get a good fast start here today.
For the Bobcats, they played well at home in their opener, but didn't get that win against Jonas Smith, and so it looks like this game is an opportunity to get that victory and get things going the right direction for Coach Dwayne Martin. And, of course, his defensive coordinator, Coach Spearman, played here years ago when I was doing collar. We were doing games on the radio, so it's kind of nice to be back. Talked to Coach Spearman for the opener. Haven't got a chance to talk to him since then. But one thing he told me about his team at that time, defensively, was they love to compete. They love to get after it. They're going to be tested today as you're talking about a running back in Joel Felder that's number 1 in the conference, number 4 in the country in overall rushing. Quarterback Donovan Riddick, well, he's equally impressive. Throws for 249 yards a game. He's 3rd in the conference and 25th in the country in yards. So they've got a dual threat type of offense and good balance with the rush and the pass. And for this Wesleyan team, they've got to find a way to slow down the 3rd highest scoring team in the conference in this Yellow Jacket squad.
Yeah, and just like you said, West Virginia State scores a lot of points. If you look at their schedule so far, Bill, they're 3-1. They lost to Morehead State by 2. Did score 35 points in that game. They beat UNC Pembroke 37-35, beat Concord 47-27, and beat Glenville State 31-21. So they put a lot of points on the board. You're going to have to stop Joel Felder, as you said, sustain some drives for Wesleyan. Kind of drag this game, make it slow it down a little bit for Wesleyan.
Want to shorten the game if you can and play keep away. Keep the ball away from this dangerous offense. Now for the Bobcats, getting the nod at quarterback, Logan Sanders, a 6-foot, 190-pound redshirt freshman. Sanders, 8 of 18 on the campaign for 109 yards. He's looking for his first passing touchdown of the season. Now one of his biggest targets, Nate Garnett, 12 receptions, 267 yards. 22.3 yards per reception. That's 3rd in the conference. He's 4th in the conference in reception. He leads the country in all-purpose yards. So when you count in the receiving yardage plus the return yardage, he's a dangerous player for this Bobcat team.
Yeah, and he's someone you want to get started early here, and he's definitely their go-to guy. And if you can get some stops early, get him back there returning some punts, get him involved in the offensive game there out at receiver. And, for Wesleyan, he's definitely the key to their success.
So for the Bobcats, coming into this one, looking for the first win, Dwayne Martin at the helm. Great coach. He's going to have things moving the right way. I had a chance to watch the pregame warm-ups. These guys are focused, ready to go, and that's a sign of a great coach when you have everybody on the same page. This Bobcat team looking for win number 1. We're just minutes away from the kickoff. We've got an opportunity now to talk about some other key players for this Bobcat squad. Defensively, it's Stephen Taylor. Taylor, 17 tackles, tops on the team, 5 of them tackles for losses. That's 1st in the conference. And in the MEC, you're talking about some great linebackers. Brendan Ball, impressive with 10 tackles. That's 4th on the team. He's got 2 fumble recoveries. That's 1st in the conference. We've got some guys that can do it defensively as well, so we're excited to see how this team can get things done defensively.
Yeah, and absolutely, and trying to stop the rushing attack for West Virginia State. You've got to be good up front, but you also have to have linebackers and safeties that get to the ball, run sideline to sideline. Wesleyan's going to have to do that today to slow down this rushing attack for West Virginia State.
We're going to take a break as you watch West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. Jonathan, okay? And here Buchanan. It'll be Bobcat football to start out this contest, and no better way to play keep away from the Yellow Jackets of West Virginia State than to get the ball first.
Yeah, West Virginia Wesleyan gets the ball first here, and like I said, if you can get something early, Bill, I mean, you want to win the turnover battle for sure when you're the underdog, but if you can get an early score, it makes a big difference in confidence, and with young kids, man, confidence goes a long way.
Jonathan, your keys to a Wesleyan win today.
Yeah, keys to a win, as we talked earlier today, is you have to stop Joe Elfelder. There's no doubt about it. You have to stop him, and what that does is gets the ball back to Wesleyan. They can punt the ball to a very good punt return for West Virginia Wesleyan and Nate Garnett. So that's key for special teams there is getting him the ball. He's all-purpose yards leader, as you talked about earlier in the country. So you want the ball in his hands as often as possible. Offensively, you want to sustain drives, Bill, and slow this game down, sustain some drives for West Virginia Wesleyan, keep West Virginia State off the field. And like I said, Nate Garnett, he's got to have the ball early and often. Defensively, Steve Taylor and Brendan Bowe for West Virginia Wesleyan got to get to the ball, force some turnovers, win that turnover battle, and keep this score, West Virginia State well below what they've been scoring so far. And in special teams, as I talked about, you got Nate Garnett on kick return, punt return. West Virginia Wesleyan also has a couple really good kickers. Punter averaging 38.4 yards per punt on the year, and the kicker's 5 for 5 from field goals with a long of 46 yards, Bill. And that could come in handy if you can keep this game close.
I like it. Vardell, the punter, doing a great job, and Liam Depp, as you mentioned, the kicker. Speaking of kickers, Brendan Smith getting set to kick it off for the Yellow Jackets. And back deep, we talked about Garnett, one of the best in the country in returns. He's going to be back deep. Also, Darius Cooper back deep as well. And Cooper had a great year last year, looking for big things from him here in 2023. Bobcats travel right to left in this opening stanza. Kickoff is deep. It's going to bounce into the end zone for the touchback. And for State, I think that's the best form of defense against this returner Garnett, keeping the ball away from him.
Yeah, kicking into the wind, there is a good breeze left to right from us, and that ball carried through the end zone, didn't allow a return for Garnett.
Well, here comes the Bobcat offense. It'll be Logan Sanders, the QB, getting the nod in this one. Look for the Bobcats to go up tempo offensively. It'll be Kevin Mitchell starting out in the backfield for Wesleyan. Quick pass near side. Garnett hauls it in, makes a move, bounces the outside. Stiff arm, gets bumped out of bounds on the Bobcats sideline over the 34-yard line. It'll be a nice gain on first down and a quick hitter getting the ball to one of your key players.
Yeah, Nate Garnett early, good 9-yard gain to start this game, and I think you're going to see a lot of that. They're going to want to get the ball to him early and often and see what he can do with the ball in his hands.
It'll be second down and a yard. The ball marked at the Bobcat 34. Handoff, near side, and a tackle for a loss as there was nowhere to go on the play. And that's going to be Dubonnet on the carry, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be Cameron Vargas making the stop. A loss of 2 on the play and a huge third down for the Bobcats. They want to get some first downs, get the offense flowing. Landers a very good quarterback. Wants to get some reps in there and get comfortable in that spot. State loading up the box. Duvernay to the far side. Pass goes incomplete. Intended receiver, almost sour. And there's a flag on the field on the far side.
Yeah, flag came in late, Bill. I didn't see what the call was. It did come in late. Looks like it's on West Virginia Wesleyan.
An eligible player downfield. That's going to be declined because that brings up a 4th down and a punting situation for the home team. Wesleyan with a nice play on first down, and then the tackle for a loss put him in a tough 3rd and in between. Couldn't convert.
Yeah, and just like we talked about, West Virginia State also knows about Nate Garnett and a 9-yard pass to start there. You also have to be able to sustain some kind of run game as well here early on, and West Virginia State did a nice job getting them into a 3-and-out.
Juwan Bunch back to return this punt. It'll be Aaron Vardell, 5th in the conference, averaging 38.4 yards per punt. Delay of game warning, and there's a flag on the field. It'll be a mark-off on the Bobcats. First penalty of the game, a 5-yard mark-off. Bunch will step up to the 35, getting set to return this. Booming punt. Driving Bunch back. He's going to let it ride. It takes a state bounce, however. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. When Bunch let that go, Jonathan, if it takes the appropriate bounce for the Bobcats, they would have had them inside their own 20, but it bounces back upfield. So that kind of helps out State for their first offensive possession.
Yeah, really good punt there, and almost didn't get a good bounce for West Virginia Wesleyan, but almost bounced into the punt return for West Virginia State. So almost a disaster for West Virginia State there, but they escaped that. So we'll see what this West Virginia Wesleyan defense can do if they can slow down West Virginia State. Yeah, another penalty there on that punt for West Virginia Wesleyan too, Bill. Didn't see what it was. West Virginia State declined that penalty, but that's 3 penalties in the last 3 plays for Wesleyan. They're going to have to clean that up.
A little overexcited. Of course, that's what homecoming does for a team. They're just glad to be back home and an opportunity in their first Mountain East Conference game here at Steve Ross Field. So they want to get things going, just have to kind of slow down a little bit and get the emotions in check if they can. Now for the first time in this affair, Donovan Riddick, the quarterback in the offensive unit. Riddick in the gun, play action, and his pass deflected and knocked down. The big man inside makes the play. Amir Franklin Branch gets his hand up and knocks it down. It goes incomplete.
And when you say big man, Bill, 6'2", 370, he's a big man, and good penetration up the middle there to knock that pass down.
This defensive unit at its best when Franklin Branch is aggressive up front. Second down, pass far side, hauled in, but a minimal gain on the play as Marcus Ray collects it, loses footing, and goes down immediately. That brings up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, and 3rd down and long, you have to get off the field. This has to be a win for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Twin receivers and a bunch set to both sides. Riddick in the gun. Takes a long look now at the sideline. Now he's set. He's got Felder to his left. Snap back. Looking to pass. It's going to be hauled in. Felder's got it, and he's got nowhere to go. A couple yards, and that is it. Is that Stephen Taylor, the linebacker, making the big play, forcing the 4th down. Amir Branch providing some pressure. Looks to be a little bit shaken up, but he'll trot off of the field, and the Bobcat defense does the job.
Yeah, and we talked about Stephen Taylor in the pregame, key to this game defensively, and right there, one-on-one, in the flat, it's just you and the guy with the ball, and he did a nice job bringing him down to force that 3-and-out for West Virginia State.
The dangerous Nate Garnett back to return this punt from Schmidt. He'll set up shop right around the Bobcats' 30-yard line. Snap back is good, no pressure applied. Schmidt gets off a boomer, driving Garnett back to the 15. Starts upfield at 25 to 30, and then gets brought down at the 31. That special team stop provided by Chris Crowder, but the Bobcats with good starting field position for possession number 2.
Yeah, possession number 2. Both teams now have had a crack at it and 3-and-out. We'll see which team can settle in offensively and sustain a drive here.
Media timeout on the field as you watch Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. First and 10 for Wesleyan. Handoff to the near side. Spratley with a shake and bake move, breaks one tackle, and bumped out of bounds on the near side sideline by Nick Blake. Actually, that's Kevin Mitchell, excuse me. Mitchell getting the nod. He and Spratley, a great 1-2 punch. Mitchell that time makes the first man miss and picks up good yardage on first down.
Yeah, not only a 3-yard gain, but a big 3-yard gain because there was a defender there at the line. He made a nice move. Positive yards is key here. Shorten his sticks here and keep moving the ball.
Landers in the gun, sends Mitchell to the flat on the far side. 4-man rush. Tuck and run with it. To the 39-yard line goes Landers before he is knocked down there. Tackle's going to be made by Cameron Vargas along with Jalen Jones.
And, this is what you want, 3rd and 1, a long one, almost 2, but you got to convert this, and as we said, a key to this game early on, sustaining drives. And
big play here on 3rd down. Jordan Dumornay back in the game. Might go to him in this short yardage situation. Quarterback keeper. First down as Landers gets low and gets to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and that's, if you watch NFL football, Philadelphia Eagles run that, 4 or 5 times a game, Bill. It's almost unstoppable. Good job there to move the sticks and pick up that first down on that QB sneak.
First down of the game for the Bobcats. Logan Landers getting the start. 6 foot, 190-pound redshirt freshman. Confidence growing with each and every snap. Back to pass. Pocket breaks down. He'll run with it. Makes his way to midfield. Nick Blake making the stop and coming in, laying a borderline late hit was Nicholas Fannin, but no flag on the play.
It looks like West Virginia State in the secondary right now, Bill, playing man-to-man, and what that does is if receivers run off, it leaves some running lanes for the quarterback to tuck it and go.
When you have the deep threats like Garnett, you've got to respect that. Cooper also a good deep threat candidate. So you're going to draw a lot of defenders out. So if you can get by that initial wave, initial line of scrimmage, there's some room to roam. Kevin Mitchell back in the game. Gets the carry, tries the near side, lowers his shoulder and gets to the 45-yard line. Nick Blake makes the tackle, but not before Mitchell picks up a first down.
Yeah, moving the sticks again, and 3-4 yard run there, and a real good run. Broken tackle right there at the line of scrimmage, and pick up that first down for West Virginia Wesleyan.
First time inside Yellow Jacket territory, and momentum starting to build for this Bobcat offense. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Landers in the gun. 4-man rush, pass across the middle, in and out of the intended receiver's hands, as that was Amir Jordan. Would have been close to a first down, and he'd love to get a chance back at that one as it was right in his hands.
I think he had some running room too there, Bill. If he catches that ball, he's picking up a big play there, and you got to get some big chunk plays too. If you want to pull off the upsets, you got to make those plays early on here though. So puts us in 2nd and 10.
Mitchell will operate to the left of Landers in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. Landers looking for the screen. It's set up, but the pass off of the mark, incomplete. Intended receiver on the play, Almasauer.
And Jalen Jones, number 36 for West Virginia State, came in on a blitz there and really put the pressure on, put a hard hit on the quarterback.
2 sacks on the year for Jones. That's tops on the team. He's tied for 7th in the conference in sacks. That's a guy you've got to get a helmet on, a hat on, block him, and not let him get to the quarterback.
Yeah, we had a little tunnel screen. It was set up nice there. If we could have just a touch longer to get that pass off, I think we had a good play call there.
Solid crowd on hand, and more fans coming in a little bit late here with 8:16 left in a scoreless first quarter play. Landers looking to Garnett, but that pass deflected at the line of scrimmage. Landers takes a bump and goes down. That's 4th down in a punting situation. Didn't get any points out of that drive, but you have an opportunity to flip field position because of those first downs.
Yeah, got a couple first downs there and sustained a little bit more of a drive there. And a good punt last time, and key here if you can pin them back inside the 10-yard line, Bill, and let your defense go to work again.
Vardell back on to punt it away. Juwan Bunch set to field it. Sets up shop at the state 10-yard line. Yellow Jackets look to bring some pressure. They do. Vardell gets it off just in time. It's going to bounce and take a Bobcat roll. It gets to the end zone for a touchback, unfortunately, and that's a bad break for Wesleyan as they didn't catch where the ball was located. Wesley Sweeney hustled down but couldn't locate the ball, and it barely gets in the end zone.
That was almost a great punt. Punter did a nice job there laying that ball, and we just couldn't quite knock it out of bounds there before it rolled in the end zone.
So the first break of the game, if you will, goes to the visitor, as that's a touchback, and they have some breathing room as there's a timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. Bobcat football, the Mountain East Digital Network.
Hi, I'm Keith Powell with Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, and right now at our Let's Trade Keys event, give me the keys to your old ride and pick out the keys to any car on my lots, and your payments will stay the same until 2024. But hurry, I can only help the first 77 people, only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington, where every car comes with a lifetime warranty.
Health coverage for your family, your employees, and your company is one of the most important decisions you can make. The health plan proudly supports our active and healthy communities and has been your most trusted carrier for over 40 years. We are here for your family. We are here for your business. We'll be here for you when you need us most, because your health coverage is our priority. The health plan, here for you.
And here in Buchanan, scoreless affair, 8:02 left in his first quarter of play. Bill Nestor, Jonathan Hicks, VJ Davis. as we get set for a second opportunity for this dangerous State offense.
Yeah, and first time 3 and out. West Virginia Wesleyan did a nice job defensively, and see if we can get them on another 3 and out here and keep the good field position that we have right now.
Donovan Riddick, the quarterback, in the gun. Felder in the backfield. His first tote, and he'll back his way forward over the 25. Gets to the 26-yard line. The stop made by Colin Webster. But Felder didn't get a touch in that first possession. You expect a heavy dose of him here.
Yeah, 6 yards there. You kind of could see that one coming.
Motion, pass caught. It could be a first down, but that flag more than likely will go against the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I think Joel Felder, we just talked about, got a little early lean there, and false start, I believe, is what that call is going to be for West Virginia State.
The officials confer. Waiting for the call.
Oh, no.
Oh, offside. The call on Wesley, and that's 2 infractions totaling 10 yards here in this first quarter play. That's enough yardage to move the sticks. And the first down of the game via the penalty for West Virginia State. Three receivers near side. Fake handoff. Riddick keeps it himself, turns the corner far side, and slides safely down as Brennan Ball put the heat on him. It'll be a nice pickup on first down. 6-yard gain. Brings up a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, just a little read option there. Good keep by the quarterback for West Virginia State.
Up-tempo offense. Riddick. Back, fires, far side, low and outside. Incomplete. Intended receiver on the play, Amari Ari.
And West Virginia State trying to hit some quick passes here, and just a touch off is the quarterback with his accuracy here early on.
3rd down and a chance for the Bobcat D to get off the field again in a hurry. Huge play here for them. Riddick surveys the D. Back to pass. Pass underneath. Complete to Felder out of the backfield to the 40. He'll be a yard short, and what a hit provided on the play for Wesley, and it's going to be short. And now the punting unit comes back on.
It looked like
they're going to stay here. Looks like they're going to go.
They're going to go for it.
You got to be aware of the hard count, trying to draw the Bobcats offside. Tight bunch unit. Handoff. Felder's got it, and he's not going to get it. That's a TFL, a tackle for the loss. And the Bobcats with a huge play as Jason Wilson Jr. shoots the gap and makes the stick, and it's Bobcat football.
Yeah, and he was helped there. I think Derek Smith, number 6, come in there too, and just you got the running back off his line early, and in those short yardage plays, if you can get that running back off their line early, you got a chance to rally the troops to him and stop him. That was a big stop for Wesleyan early on.
What a confidence builder for this defense. First time out, they force a 3 and out, and here on 4th down, they stop the conversion and give their offense a short field opportunity.
Yeah. And as we mentioned earlier, field goal kicker can kick it from 46 yards. We can get a couple first downs here. We're going to get some points, Bill.
Here comes the quarterback, Logan Landers, as he's going to go with a handoff, fake handoff, rolls the pocket, far side, looking deep, going for it, double coverage, and it's going to be hauled in at the 10-yard line. Garnett goes up and makes the play. Jai Martin, a defensive gem, a dangerous defender out there in coverage. He's got 3 interceptions. That's first in the conference.
Yeah, and that was a great throw, and I think our quarterback's hurt here. Looks like he's holding his shoulder there. Garnett with a great catch there, Bill. He came up open early, and the ball was thrown just a touch late, but he made a great play coming back, getting that ball. And you can tell early on, you can tell how explosive Nate Garnett is out there at receiver.
We'll take a break as you watch Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network.
don't think it was a bat, but
Man, it had some big wings.
Health coverage for your family, your employees, and your company is one of the most important decisions you can make. The health plan proudly supports our active and healthy communities and has been your most trusted carrier for over 40 years. We are here for your family. We are here for your business. We'll be here for you when you need us most, because your health coverage is our priority. The health plan, here for you.
Here in Buchanan, Logan Landers helped off of the field, and that means we'll see a sub. Nate Payne, who started the season as the starting quarterback, the 6'2", 215-pound junior, he'll step onto the field in relief of Landers. Big play by Garnett. It'll be first down and goal at the 9-yard line. Handoff, and that'll be Dumornay, and he has nowhere to go. Great defense up front. The interior line, Jalen Jones slides in and makes the stop.
yeah, Jalen James again. That's twice he's come in there and got in the backfield and made a good play, and looked like about a 3-yard loss for West Virginia Wesleyan. And
Charles Spratley on the field that last play. We'll look to see more from him. Fantastic running back. We're starting to develop some depth at that running back spot. You can never have too many solid running backs at the D2 level. Mitchell in motion. Payne back to pass, looking far side. Rifles it in there. It's going to be incomplete. Deflected as the intended receiver, Alma Sauer. Blanket coverage provided by Nicholas Fannin. That goes to the turf. Incomplete. Stops the clock at 4:57 left in the scoreless first quarter of play. And a huge opportunity right here for this Bobcat team. You've got a perfect field goal kicker in Liam Depp, but you'd love to get a touchdown in this situation.
yeah, you'd love to get a touchdown 3rd and 11. You still want to protect the ball here, and with a good field goal kicker, you want to make sure you at least get 3 points out of this drive.
Payne sends 3 receivers to the near side. Mitchell out of the backfield. 4-man rush. Payne's going to tuck it and run to the 5. Gets forward, gets in. It's a touchdown. 11-yard run on the play. And Nathan Payne off of the bench and into the end zone.
Yeah, what a run by Nathan Payne. It looked like a designed QB draw back to pass, Bill, and it just opened wide up, open in the middle, and had two would-be tacklers meeting right at the goal line. He plowed through it. Quarterback, that was pretty impressive for a backup quarterback. Come in there and barrel through that and get a touchdown.
A lot of quarterbacks would take a slide, but not Nathan Payne as he lowers the shoulder and gets in for 6. Liam Depp on for the PAT. Snap back is good. The kick is up, and it is good as well. 7-0, the Bobcats lead. Wesleyan football on the Mountain East Digital Network. Garrett's ready. We got back, Luke. $7-0. The Bobcats lead it with 4:51 left in this opening quarter of play. Kickoff high and deep, fielded at the 5-yard line. Over the 10, the 15, the 20-yard line, and a big hit there On the return, that's going to be Pessoa. And great special teams coverage. We talked about this special teams play for the Bobcats being one of their strengths. We're seeing it right here.
Absolutely, and we talked about the punter and kicker a little bit in the pregame, but so far kick coverage has been good as well, and you have to do that when you're the underdog like the Bobcats are today. You got to win the special teams battle. You got to win the turnover battle. Penalties have plagued us a little bit early, but they cleaned it up on that last drive, so see if we can carry this momentum into the defensive side here.
Bobcats playing near perfect football in this first quarter of play. Out comes Donovan Riddick for possession number 3. Riddick to Felder. Felder with a nice move, spins and gets met at the 25-yard line. Gang tackle there by the Bobcats is Keon Brown, the first to make contact. And for this state team, you expect them to go to the ground a little more here, trying to get their bearings back. Being on the road, it's always tough. Homecoming, an added advantage for the Bobcats. And plus, we're seeing some inspired play from this team. So all those things working against State. Felder tries to go into the middle, breaks one tackle, but swarming to the ball, the Bobcat defense. They make the play. Looks like it was a loss of a yard. Brings up a third down once again, as this defense has done a good job containing this very talented offensive unit.
Yeah, and Amir Franklin Branch, D lineman senior, is doing a nice job in the middle, setting the line, and West Virginia State not seeing a lot of running room early on.
Third down, call it 6, and a timeout is going to be taken by Wesleyan. We'll take one with him. It's Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. What's the flag? I guess they picked up the flag then, right? All right. And here at Seabross Field, 3:39 left, third down and 6. And it looked like maybe too many Bobcat defenders on the field. A good job by Coach Martin calling the timeout to avoid that penalty.
Yeah, recognize that timeout. Recognize too many on the field, got the timeout, and sets up a third and long.
Riddick operates in the gun to his right, Felder. Pass deep near side sideline, hauled in Bobcat territory. That's a first down. Juwan Bunch will bring in the reception as Gamma Slowey pushes him out of bounds. That was a big third down conversion, and looking to go quick offensively are the Yellow Jackets. Hand off Felder. Takes it, tries to spin. He'll move forward, pick up a couple on the play, but it was a tough rush inside as Stephen Taylor was bearing down on him defensively.
Yeah, and Donovan Riddick has struggled a little bit with the short passes early for West Virginia State. Didn't have that trouble on that pass there. Nice throw down the sideline for a big gain to convert that third down for West Virginia State.
Defensively, you want to be aggressive, but you also want to stay in your lanes because a player like Riddick can get an opening and turn into a big gainer. So you have to be disciplined in your pass rush. And off Felder, goes forward, gets over the inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Gamma Slowey again making the play.
Yeah, and West Virginia Wesleyan early on defensive, there's been some lanes there to run through, but they're tackling well. I mean, they are coming to the ball, and they're not missing a lot of tackles. And but you got to clean that up a little bit. West Virginia State's starting to get some run lanes in there, Bill.
Third down and short in what could be four-down territory. Riddick sends Bunch in motion from near side to far. They'll roll the pocket that way, throw to Bunch, complete first down inside the 25 20, and then down to the 18-yard line. Nice run after the catch for Jawan Bunch.
Yeah, that's where if you can get 3rd and short, it gives you plenty of options. You got to play the pass, run equally, and that's why you want those 3rd and short yardages.
Taekwon Grissett makes the play for the Bobcats. First down carry, Felder. Mows straight forward inside the 15, gets to the 13. Brought down there by Dacio. 1:35 on the clock. Fast-moving first quarter here in Buchanan. 7-0 lead for the Bobcats. The ball rests on the far side hash. Riddick throws near side. It's going to be deflected, incomplete, as Amari Ari makes the play. He's the intended receiver out there, but can't come up with it. Defensively for the Bobcats, Gamaslui and Keon Brown.
Yeah, Keon Brown made a nice play. It's a nice throw in the hands of the receiver, but Keon Brown knocked it out. It was a good defensive play for Brown.
Riddick shows a strong arm, gets it out there quickly and puts it right on line. But Brown with a good defensive stop. 3rd down and 5. The ball to 13. 1:12 stop clock. Bobcats show pressure. Hand off to Felder, and he goes nowhere. Alice Mbella making the play. It's going to be 4th down and a field goal opportunity. Brendan Schmidt comes on for the attempt.
Again, Wesleyan continuing to tackle well here early in this game, Bill, and if they can sustain that throughout the game, I think we're going to have a ball game today.
29-yard field goal attempt for Schmidt. Snap back, and the kick is good. But I think the Bobcats had too many men on the field. There's a flag on the play. Brendan Baugh tried to hustle off of the field, but didn't. He was about 1.5 yards short of getting safely off of the field.
Yeah, and that's 6 penalties early on here for West Virginia Wesleyan. They're doing everything right except for in the penalties, and that one's going to cost them. I think that's going to give West Virginia State a first down.
It was 4th and 4, and it's a 5-yard mark off, so fresh set of downs with 34 seconds left in this opening quarter. Penalties carry different weights in a ball game, and a penalty that sustains a drive or allows points really stings more than the others.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if the defense can hold up here and hold them to a field goal attempt again. But, yeah, penalties, and that's twice now we've had too many on the field. First time we were able to get the timeout called. That time we weren't able to.
Here comes the Yellow Jacket offense back onto the field. Donovan Riddick along with Joel Felder. We haven't seen Tavis McAdoo yet or Tayshawn Butler. They've got a lot of good running backs, but it's been a one-man show so far. Felder, and would you blame him? Number 4 in the country in rushing. Handoff goes to Felder, tries the far side. He's going to make his way to the Bobcat 5-yard line as Stephen Taylor makes another stop.
Yeah, and Joel Felder, 5'11", 205, Bill, and you can tell, I mean, he's a handful to bring down, and Wesleyan's getting a couple guys to him at a time, so they're going to have to continue to do that. As I say, he's going to get a heavy dose here inside the 10-yard line.
I understand he squats over 500 pounds. A chance to talk to a couple coaches from State early on. He gets another carry, tries a near side, and gets close to the end zone, about 1 yard short, as that will sound the buzzer to end the first quarter play. The Bobcats take a 7-0 lead with him into the second quarter. It's Wesleyan football on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Welcome to your home among the hills. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, you'll unearth new passions, be exposed to fresh perspectives, and find what drives you. This place of discovery is where you can become a scientist, a leader, an athlete, a performer, a friend. Opportunities include research, internships, and study abroad. Plus, our vibrant community makes for experiences you'll never forget. Discover yourself at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
Hi, I'm Keith Powell with Yes Chevy and Yes Ford. And right now at our Let's Trade Keys event, Give me the keys to your old ride and pick out the keys to any car on my lots. And your payments will stay the same until 2024. But hurry, I can only help the first 77 people, only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington, where every car comes with a lifetime warranty.
And we get set for the second quarter of play with West Virginia State knocking on the door. The ball resting at the Bobcat 1 yard line.
I'm guessing number 7 is going to get the ball right here, Bill. What do you think?
It's going to be a pistol look here. They're going to give him a head of steam potentially. Riddick hands it off and keeps it actually, and he's going to try the left side, just short.
Oh.
And now the delayed call is a touchdown, as it looked like Riddick might have been stopped just short, but he gets the TD. Point after penning, we could have a tie ball game.
Bill, I wish we had the NFL cameras on that one. He looked way down before he crossed the goal line there, but nonetheless they give him a touchdown, and good play call, a little zone read option there, and quarterback kept it that time. Everybody, including myself, thought Felder would get the ball, but I don't think he got in, but that's what they called.
Good fake on the play as he put it in Felder's gut, pulled it back out, and got in for 6. Schmidt's point after is good. 7-7 our score. Break to take. Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network.
I don't think he got in. It was even a late touchdown.
Can you pull that door, Veach? Yeah, I was surprised.
He was short. He looked short. And he started running in like he was short, and then he put his hands up.
And here in Buchanan, 7-7 our score. We've had a good one so far. Homecoming for the Bobcats, and they're playing some inspired football, getting set to get the ball back and looking to retake the lead.
Yeah, now this is where you're really going to see with the backup quarterback in here, see how we can see how Wesleyan settles in.
Well, Payne is actually a starter from last year and the first few games this year, so he's got a lot of experience. We'll see if he can get loose and get going. Return over the 30 to the 35 on the near side, a flag on the field, and that's going to take the Bobcats back. And very seldom do you have an opportunity when a ball is kicked over your head to go back and get it and make a play, but the Bobcats got lucky on that return.
Yeah, and that penalty was thrown behind in the area of holding or blocking the back, Bill. And Wesleyan again continues to shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. I think that's 7 or 8 penalties here in this first half, Bill.
That's going to take it back to the 25-yard line. And this Bobcat offense still with good starting field position as they come out. Didn't see Garnett back to return that kickoff. He will come out with the offensive unit, however. Quarterback Nathan Payne in the gun. He's got Mitchell in the backfield with him. Back to pass, flips it to Garnett. Gets a block, moves forward, still on his feet over the 35. Now to the
Still
40, breaks out to midfield on the far side, and he'll trot out of bounds on the Yellow Jackets sideline. And Garnett with a tremendous run after the catch.
Yeah, and first time I've watched Wesleyan, he is exciting, Bill. I mean, he's got some good skill. Redshirt freshman from Auburndale, Georgia, Nate Garnett with a big pickup for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Payne coming in, 39 of 67, 58% pass completion, 376 yards. So he's got some good numbers. And that time he relies on his receiver to do the work after the reception. The ball resting at the 42 of State. 3 receivers to the near side. Handoff goes to Mitchell. He turns the corner on the far side, gets inside the 40, gets knocked down at the 39-yard line. It'll be Jalen Jones on the stop. Seeing a good mix of run and pass from this Bobcat offense.
Yeah, and it seems like the passing game is there to be had, but you got to mix those runs in a little bit. And as long as you're getting positive yardage, 3-4 yards a carry, keeps them honest defensively.
Zay Wilson checking in, the receiver, 5'10", 175-pound freshman. Mitchell, second consecutive tote, goes to the far side, works his way to the 36-yard line. Beautiful day for a football game as Omari Lewis gets credit for that stop. Fall is upon us, Jonathan. It's football season.
Yeah, these are the best fall days. Nice and cool in the morning, short and T-shirt in the afternoon. I just don't like what comes after fall, Bill.
We'll not talk about that now. So here come the Bobcats. Key third down play. They need 5 to move the sticks. Payne looking left, going left. Garnett's out there. He lays out for it, incomplete. Diving effort at the 10-yard line, but couldn't come up with it. Defensively, Nicholas Fannin providing the coverage.
Yeah, an interesting decision here in this second quarter. 4th and 5. Do you go for it here, Bill, or do you pin him back and try to play field position?
When you look at this offense of West Virginia State, they averaged 37.5 yards. That's second in the MEC in total offense. I say you play keep away, and that's what the Bobcats are going to do here. 4th down and 5. State shows pressure. They back off. Now delayed rush from the far side. Pass rifled. First down. All the way to the 21-yard line goes Amir Almasauer as he breaks a tackle, and they move the chains. Clutch play on 4th down.
Yeah, big play there. Nice throw by the quarterback. Put it right on the money. Allowed him to run after the catch, and good first down pickup on 4th and 5 for the Bobcats.
Nathan Payne looking sharp in relief so far.
Yeah, he's looking good. I mean, it's good to have that kind of experience in your backup position, and he stepped right in there ready to go, and he's looking good.
7-7 our score, but the Bobcats poised to retake the lead. First down, the ball just outside of the red zone. Payne under pressure, rolls to the near side, throws on the run. Pass incomplete, sailing out of bounds. The intended receiver on the play, Kane Holland, and blanket coverage provided defensively by Justin David.
Yeah, and 39 for...
Oh, hold the phone here. There's a flag back at the 2-yard line.
Well, he picked it up.
Wow, I thought we might get a break back there. Usually that's in the vicinity of a pass interference. A hold, something good for the offense, but picking up the hanky means no good. That brings up now a 2nd down and 10. Pair of backs stacked to the left of quarterback Nate Payne. Snap back, Payne bobbles it, regains it, and works forward. He turns nothing into something as he could have lost yardage. Instead, works for a 1-yard gain. Christian Thompson makes the tackle for State.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play there, Bill, and brings up a 3rd and long.
Clock rolling as we near the 11-minute mark of this second quarter. Fast-moving first half here in Buchanan. 7-7 our score. 3rd down in what could be 4-down territory. Plus, you got to realize you have the perfect field goal kicker, Liam, 5 of 5. Roll the pocket near side. Payne's pass deflected. Knocked down as he had something cooking. 3 receivers to the near side, but getting a hand on it was Xander Albia. 4th down, and we're going to see the field goal attempt coming on. Liam Depp, 5 of 5, long of 46 this year. Definitely in his range.
Yeah, and West Virginia State has brought pressure on every passing situation so far early on. Man-to-man coverage on the back, and that time they're able to deflect the pass. Sets up a, what's that look like, 37-yard field goal?
37-yard field goal from the far side hash. That pressure you talked about has been delayed a lot of times, but they're getting there. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Bobcats regain a lead at 10-7. We've got a break to take. Wesleyan football on the Mountain East Digital Network. What did we say that was? What did we say it was? Distance? Anyway, these stats. And here in Buchanan, the Bobcats have the 10-7 lead thanks to the field goal, 37-yarder. Liam Depp converts from the far side hash. And this Bobcat team looking like they want to get a win. It'd be their first in the 2023 campaign. Back deep. It's going to be Bunch as Depp gets set to kick it away. Kickoff deep, fielded at the 10-yard line on the near side by Tim Sanford. Treads back up the middle, works his way to the 19, give him 20 at the forward progress, and that is it. .10:35 left this opening half, Jonathan. Your thoughts about the Bobcats so far?
Yeah, so far, I mean, 10-7. I think you have to be happy coming in this game as a pretty big underdog, and you're hanging right in there here on a beautiful afternoon here, homecoming at West Virginia Wesleyan. And defensively, they've tackled well, and Felder's a big tailback, hard to tackle, and so far Wesleyan's handling that pretty well.
Riddick out in the gun. Hands it off to Felder. He'll go forward, picks up a couple of tough yards. The running has not been easy as players like Jason Wilson and Amir Franklin Branch have been strong inside. Between the tackles, not much room to roam. It'll be 2nd down long, pass near side. It's going to be hauled in at the 27-yard line. That's going to be Amir Ari on the reception. It'll be 3rd down, call it 3 for West Virginia State. Bobcats showing pressure up front. The heat's on Riddick as he avoids a tackler, passes, and complete. 1st down, ducking out of bounds on the far side of the 39-yard line. Amari Airy once again is Brendan Ball will bump him out, but not before the Yellow Jackets get the first down.
Yeah, it looked like number 50 for Wesleyan, Jason Wilson Jr., a junior from Baltimore, put good pressure on, but the quarterback did a nice job extending that play and making a nice throw.
Felder with the tote, backs his way forward, gets to the 43-yard line. Bobcats had a chance defensively to get off of the field. And the pressure was right there, but give Riddick credit as he got out of the jam and threw a strike for the first down. Felder, right side spins, first down into Bobcat territory. He'll get knocked down at the 35-yard line by Dean Dobson.
Yeah, a big run that time by Felder, and that's one thing. They keep giving him the ball big back like that. They start to wearing on you a little bit, and good run that time for West Virginia State.
Up-tempo offense for the Yellow Jackets. Looking near side, pass caught. Tackle broken to the 20, inside the 20, and that's going to be Airy once again. He's been the favored target on this possession as Derek Smith gets credit for the stop. Not much time between plays as West Virginia State starting to get some confidence offensively. They trail it 10-7. Delayed handoff. Straight forward. And that's going to be Pessoa. On the rush is Ophil Amos. Ramus makes the play. Ramus with the stop. And that's the first carry other than Felder for a back from West Virginia State.
Yeah, gave him a blow there, and he's still off the field here. And if you're West Virginia Wesleyan, you got to be happy about that.
Three receivers flanked to the far side. Pessoa stays in the backfield to the right of Riddick. He gets the carry straight forward. Works inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Is Ramus with another stop. Back-to-back tackles for Ophil. Injury on the field. That's break time for us. Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. Third down and 8. Clock rolls. 6:45 in the first half remaining. Riddick in the gun. Three receivers far side hit. And the ball's going to be nearly intercepted. Hit as he released it. And the Bobcats almost had the interception. As Williams bears down defensively, makes the hit. Derek Smith with a diving effort for an interception. Had it but couldn't hold on to it. That'll bring on Brennan Smith for the field goal. he can tie it up here with this 31-yard attempt. The ball on the near side hash. The right foot kicker's ready. Snap back is low. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's long enough, and it is good. Brand new ball game at 10 apiece with 6:33 left in this first half. Exciting affair here in Buchanan.
Yeah, Wesleyan playing in some inspired ball here this afternoon on homecoming and hanging right in there, 10-10. I think if you're West Virginia Wesleyan coming into this game, just looking at the records and the stats leading up to this game, you have to be happy with how they're playing. You can see Wesleyan has some capabilities, have some ability, have some athletes, and they're playing hard right now, tackling well on defense, making plays when you need to, and so far a pretty good, exciting game.
Nathan Payne in relief. A couple big completions. 25-yard his long, and that's helped to stretch out this state defense.
Yeah, and not to interrupt, but Nate Garnett, 3 receptions for 63 yards. I mean, we talked early on about his average all-purpose yards, and first time I've watched him, he's exciting, Bill. I mean, when he gets the ball in his hands, he's got a chance to score every time, and he's back on this kick return. Would love with 6.5 minutes to go to get him to get good field position here, big return on this kickoff.
We talked about Payne's numbers. Logan Landers, the starting quarterback, had a couple nice pass plays as well before going out because of the injury.
Yeah, and you hate to see that to your quarterback. There's been a couple injuries, 2 or 3 injuries, one on each team, and a couple people down, and that's football. That's football. Drew Mason, head athletic trainer of the department here. I know him well, and he's been active today.
Next man up, that's for sure. Wise move here for the Yellow Jackets. They kick it to an up back. Good starting field position, but when you've got Cooper back there along with Garnett, you don't want either one of those guys to get loose. That's good strategy. Head coach John Pennington, 7th year at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program. Defensive coordinator George Shell, who used to be here as a head coach here for the Bobcats. Prior to that, former WVU football players such as Pennington, they were teammates there. And George Shell, also a standout at Robert Siebert High School in Clarksburg during his playing days, comes from a great family. And so a lot of familiar faces here on the coaching staff for West Virginia State.
I knew you knew everybody, Bill, and you just confirmed it.
That's a lot of good people around the program. So for the first time, an opportunity for the Bobcats to get the win. They're right in this one, Jonathan. 10-10 our score. That handoff straight forward. Dumernay picked up a couple tough yards between the tackles, and the clock continues to run as we approach the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, he's a more change of pace back there, just 5'9", 160, and nothing doing on that first carry.
Payne surveys the defense. He's set with a pair of receivers to the far side. Fake handoff. Payne rifles it incomplete. A little behind the intended receiver, Cooper, at midfield. He tried to make the catch but couldn't come up with it. Would have been a big gainer. And Wesleyan would have found themselves inside Yellow Jacket territory. Beautiful pass, just a hair behind the receiver.
Yeah, Darius Cooper, senior, 5'11", good-looking athlete. He was open, just threw it just a little bit behind him, throw it out in front there, and he's still running, Bill.
He's got words of encouragement for Garnett, and he's going to wave Garnett over to the far side. 3 receivers to that far side. State showing pressure up front. Payne in the gun. He's got time, delayed blitz. He'll step out of it, rolls, looks, throws, and he'll throw it away. Wise choice there by Payne, not taking the sack. In hot pursuit, Corlin Witcher defensively. And I'll tell you something about Witcher. He is a bad man. 17 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss. That's second on the team. He's a 6'2", 230-pound senior. He's a pass rush specialist. He showed it on that last play.
Yeah, and West Virginia State on that 3rd and long, so far they're running what's the old Tampa 2 safeties deep. And, Buccaneers back in the day had Warren Sapp putting pressure up the middle, and that defense works well if you can put pressure with your D-line. And right now it's what West Virginia State's doing. And quarterback just nowhere to go with the ball on that 3rd down.
Vardell on to punt it away, back deep bunch. State shows pressure. They bring it. Vardell short legs it, gets off a beautiful kick. Fair catch called for and made by Bunch at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for State as the Yellow Jackets have all 3 timeouts remaining, 2 for the Bobcats with 5:35 left in a 10-10 game in this first half. Both teams playing good football here. And for the Bobcats, excited to see the halftime, homecoming, a lot of things lined up for it. We're excited to see what happens here at the halftime break. On comes Donovan Riddick, the standout quarterback.
Yeah, we'll have to watch here. 99 Amir Franklin Branch hasn't been in the last 2 series for Wesleyan. I don't know if we have an injury concern or what's going on there.
He looked to be shaken up early in the game. Quarterback keeper as Riddick moves forward over the 30-yard line to the 31, where Jason Wilson Jr. makes the stop. Tavis McAdoo making his first appearance on the gridiron. He's in the backfield replacing Felder. Twin receivers to both sides for State. Riddick under pressure, rolls it far side, throws across his body. It's going to be incomplete as the pass looked to be in there. But as soon as it got to the intended receiver, Monroe, Gamma Schlui came in and lowered a boom, knocking the ball free, dislodging it, and stopping the clock with 5:02 left. If the Bobcat defense can get a stop here, they can give the offense the ball back with plenty of time to mount a scoring threat.
Yeah, and 3rd and 5 or 6 here, and same thing West Virginia State did to Wesleyan. We can get some pressure up front here. That'll be key to this 3rd down.
Back stack to the left of Riddick. Riddick steps up, throws near side. It's going to be tipped and caught. Unbelievable catch at the 35-yard line. Amari Ari comes up with the tipped pass, and that's a big gainer, but hold the phone. There's a flag on the field back at the 24-yard line. That's going to go against the Yellow Jackets, and that will negate a beautiful pass play and at the same time bump West Virginia State back.
Yeah, and you talked earlier that all penalties aren't the same, and some of them are more critical. And that Wesleyan so far in this game has committed the penalties at their most inopportune times. That time West Virginia State with a bad penalty on a big play, and if you're the Bobcats, you've got to take advantage of it here.
3rd down and 15 after the 10-yard mark off. And Franklin Branch back in. Movement up front. It's procedure. As defensively, it was Ophil Ramus who started to move but didn't cross enemy territory, caused an offensive lineman to jump out of his stance. Henceforth, 5-yard penalty. So 15 yards and 2 penalties, making it a 3rd down and long as they'll move it back to the 16.5-yard line.
And if we're West Virginia Wesleyan here, I'd watch the quarterback, a little quarterback draw, quarterback read, something like that. Don't let him get loose and get off the field here.
Haven't seen Felder on this possession. Riddick under pressure. He's going to tuck it and run it. He's going to go to the far side over the 30, tries to dive forward, gets to the 36-yard line. A great effort by Donovan Riddick. He's going to be just short. And decision time here for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and I was, with a quarterback like that on those 3rd and long plays, you just got to be concerned with them getting loose and that much field because your defenders are running off, and he had a lot of room to run there.
Yellow Jackets on 4th down, hard count. And it's going to be procedure. The call on the near side, it looked like it was Ari who moved prior to the snap. And that's going to bring on the punting unit. I'm not so sure that was just a designed opportunity to try to draw the Bobcats offside. They didn't take the bait. Now the 5-yard mark off, and Schmidt comes on for the punt. What a great defensive stand there by the Bobcats.
They were definitely trying to draw someone off sides. They just drew the wrong team off sides, Bill. Drew their own team off, and if you're Bobcats, you're happy with that.
Shot themselves in their own foot. Snap back, punt is a beauty. Drives Garnett back. He'll field it on the fly at the 25 on the near side. Over the 35, the 40. He's got a block. Yellow Jacket territory to the 40, and he goes down. That's a touchdown saving tackle by Brennan Schmidt.
And so far, Bill, Nate Garnett is the best football player on this field. Most athletic, looks like he's at a different level than both these teams. He's fun to watch, and he's just about one block away from taking that one to the house.
Coach Martin wants to get him the football early and often. There's no doubt about it. That's his M.O. Garnett showed why on that return. First down and 10 for the Bobcats at the Yellow Jacket 38-yard line. 3 minutes, 1 second remaining, opening half. 10-10 our score. Bobcats have had 2 different leads in the first half. They'd love for the hat trick prior to this halftime break. Empty backfield. In the gun, Payne, quarterback keeper. He's going to run with it, slides safely to the 31, but there's a flag on the field back at the 42. It's going to be a hold on Wesleyan.
Yeah, and that was a good first down run. Perfect time there, because then you can get the clock running, set your offense up here to where you're the only team that has a chance to score here before the half, and that penalty really sets you back here. You're going to have to make some decisions with 2:46, what you want to do here and how aggressive you want to be on this first down play.
Like the look as they spread it out, 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side, empty backfield, spread that defense out and allowed a couple running lanes there, and Payne had a good run, but negated by the flag. Now the officials step in prior to the snap. Kevin Mitchell checking back in the backfield for the Bobcats. Now it looks like we're ready for action. First down and 20. You don't have to get it all back on one play, Jonathan, but you want to pick up positive yardage and get this defense back on its heels.
Yeah, and also at 10-10 right now, the last thing you want to do is leave any time on the clock here before the half that gives West Virginia State another opportunity.
Nathan Payne in relief. The signal caller in the gun. Handoff. Mitchell right forward inside the 35, gets to the, 45, gets to the 43-yard line as Christian Thompson makes the play. And that clock continues to turn. We hit the 2-minute mark, and great job here by Coach Martin. He's still got 2 timeouts in his back pocket, plenty of time here. But he wants to make sure that if his team doesn't score, as you mentioned a moment ago, they don't leave time on the clock for West Virginia State. Payne back to pass, sets up the screen far side. It's going to be caught, and rolling to the 37-yard line is Alma Sauer. So Alma Sauer picks up good yardage. Third down and 9 for the Bobcats. Clock rolls inside of a minute and a half.
Well, I think if you're the Bobcats, you got enough back on from that 1st and 20 here at 3rd and 8 now. You got it manageable. You can go for this first down here at the 38-yard line. Good field position still. And if you can get this first down, then you're going to pick the tempo up a little bit and try to score.
Don't forget, Liam Depp with a 46-yard field goal this year. That's the second longest field goal this season in the conference. Pass, Mitchell in the flat near side. Gets inside the 30. Lunges forward. He's going to be brought down by Jai Martin. Looks like an injury to Mitchell. State will call a timeout with 51 seconds left in this opening half. Let's take one as well. Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. And we come back to a 51-yard field goal attempt. Liam Depp from the near side hash. He's got a 46-yarder to his credit. Vardell the holder. Snap back is a good one. Depp's kick is long enough, and it is golden. 51-yard field goal, Liam Depp, and he gives his team the lead at 13-10. Break the take, Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. Seven is a lucky number, Jonathan. 7 for 7 in field goal attempts for Liam Depp, and that one huge, a 51-yarder, and that gives the home team the advantage at 13-10.
Yeah, and the way this game's shaping up, that range and that ability to kick those field goals is going to come in handy in the second half, because right now it's a little bit of a defensive struggle for both teams, and offenses aren't really clicking, and that having that kind of kicker can be the difference maker in a game like this.
That's for sure. And this homecoming crowd jazzed up as the Bobcats have the lead. Depp kicks it high and deep. It's going to bounce into the end zone. Pessoa lets it ride, and 45 ticks on the second quarter clock remaining. 2 timeouts in the back pocket for Coach John Pennington and his team. And let's not underestimate how good this defense, this Bobcat defense, has been. Can't say enough about Coach Spearman's stoppers. You're talking about a team in West Virginia State that averages 37.5 points a game. Coach Spearman's players have held them to just 10 first half points.
Yeah, 45 seconds here. West Virginia State's going to, first, second down here, see what they can get to see if they're going to try to push the score. And if you can stop them here on first down, I bet you West Virginia State will just take it into the half.
Felder back into the game. Lines up to the left of Riddick. Back to pass, looking far side. He airs it out, and it's going to be caught in Bobcat territory on the far side. Hauling it in is going to be Nolan Johnson. And that big play is going to give the first down to West Virginia State. The ball is going to be marked at the 44-yard line. Riddick in a hurry. Twin receivers both sides. Pocket breaks down. He goes to run with it. He's brought down from behind at the 41. That'll force the Yellow Jackets to burn timeout number 2 as Taylor makes another tackle. Stephen Taylor's been great defensively.
Yeah, Stephen Taylor, linebacker's done a nice job, and big stop there. Big first down play for West Virginia State to give them an opportunity to try to at least maybe tie this game up before the half. I don't know what kind of kicker they have. West Virginia Wesleyan has a guy that can kick at 51 yards. I'm not sure about West Virginia State, but we might find out here in about 25 seconds.
Well, this timeout is a wise move here for Coach Pennington. Now, he's got a plan ahead for not just the next play, but potentially the second and third plays here. With only 1 timeout remaining, he's got to save that in case he does get close enough for a field goal attempt for Brennan Smith. So for the Bobcats, they want to keep the play in front of them, make the stop in the field of play, and keep the clock running.
Absolutely, and I'd say at a minimum you're probably about 10 to 12 yards out of field goal range, depending on how good a kicker they have. And the second down play, if you can keep them behind the sticks, it'll keep the clock rolling because they're not going to want to use that last timeout just yet. So big down coming here for West Virginia Wesleyan.
We talked earlier in the broadcast about the fact that this team looked so focused in pregame warmups, and their play is showing that focus. Out of the TO, Felder's dancing to Sweet Caroline and pointing over at the crowd. He's getting down before sundown. And now they're ready. As Riddick in the gun. Twins to both sides. They flip it to Felder out of the backfield on the near side. He's got some room to the 35 to 30. Cuts it back inside the 20, the 10, the 5. Breaks a tackle, and that's a touchdown No flags on the field, and that's a big play. And it's all Felder, as it was the yards after the catch and the broken tackles that made the difference as he races to the end zone to give West Virginia State their first lead of the game with 15 ticks on a second quarter clock.
That was a perfect play call, too. West Virginia Wesleyan brings pressure, brings the house on the far side of the field, on the left side of the defensive line. We brought everybody, and they ran a screen play. It was the perfect play call against West Virginia Wesleyan ran. It's almost like they were in our defensive huddle because they had literally the perfect call against that blitz.
13, it's up, it's good for Brendan Smith. Only 30 seconds between scores. The 51-yard field goal and bouncing right back, answering West Virginia State, taking their first lead at 17-13.
And that was really aggressive defense by Wesleyan there. 26 seconds to go, out of field goal range on second long to bring the house. Take a big chance of something bad happening, and that's what happened right there. So, but still in a good spot if you're West Virginia Wesleyan. 15 seconds to go, 17-13. They're right in this game at home. It's a lot of football still to go.
What Coach Martin and his staff have to do at halftime is not allow their team to be deflated. They've played so well in this first half, you can't let that one play take away all the emotion and adrenaline that you've worked hard to obtain. So at the halftime break, they've just got to regroup, realize, hey, we're in this ball game. We can play with them. Let's see what happens in the second half. 13 points on the board for the Bobcats. That's above their average of 10.3. So their offense is doing a great job against a very good defensive unit. And the defense, you take away the last couple big plays, and they have played stellar football in the first half as well. So everything going well for this Bobcat team. They're right in it with an opportunity to get this win. They just got to go into the halftime, readjust, continue the focus that we saw from the pregame on, and then see how it turns out down the stretch. Kickoff goes to Cooper on the far side at the 15. He's got a wall on the near side. Over to the 30, the 35, the 40. Gets a block down the sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. One block away from taking it to the house. And Cooper says, hey, if you don't want to kick towards Garnett and you're going to bring it to me, I'm going to make you pay.
Yeah, and had the wall set up. Almost looked like a punt return there, Bill. I mean, kick return right there, had a good wall, and one missed tackle away from taking it to the house. But with the way we can kick the ball here, you can make a quick throw here and gain 5 or 6 yards, you're going to have another shot at another field goal.
You've got 2 timeouts, but only 5.9 seconds remaining. So this has got to be a quick play with a quick timeout. Quarterback Nathan Payne hurries out the troops. Garnett, the big play receiver on the far side. Timeout called by West Virginia Wesleyan.
Good timeout.
They want to see what kind of defensive look they're going to see from the Yellow Jackets. They call the timeout knowing that they just have time for 2 plays here. So you don't want to just leave that extra timeout on the scoreboard.
All right. And right now it's a 55-yard field goal, right where we're sitting. So if we can gain 4 or 5 yards quick out here, get a quick pass, with 6 seconds, you can even throw it in bounds with another timeout if you get that timeout quick. And give your kicker another crack at it because he showed he can boot it. So
look back at that last 51-yard field goal for Liam Depp. It could have been good from 55. So we're real close to his range, and he's already jazzed up after nailing a couple first-half field goals. So you give him the opportunity and see what happens. But you got to make this quick. You got to keep some time on the clock to give him that opportunity. Quick hitter, and if it doesn't work, you might give him the shot from 55 yards.
I agree. You get 2-3 yard out here and then tee it up.
Here comes Payne. Pair of backs in the backfield, straight forward, the rush, and he'll go down at the 30. They call timeout with less than a second, 9/10 of a second remaining, and that's a brilliant job by Coach Martin. Excellent job there.
A little risky. It worked out with 0.9 to go. I think I see what he was trying to do, just try to run it for 4 or 5 yards. Well, we almost got 10 yards, and it took almost too much time off the clock, but sets up another field goal attempt.
47-yard attempt from the near side hash. Same place where he canned the 51-yarder just a moment ago.
Nice breeze behind him.
Vardell, the holders, getting set. Depp sizing up this field goal attempt. Depp is ready. Snap back. Kick is up. The buzzer sounds as the ball sails through the uprights. He bombs another one. 3 for 3 for Liam Depp. 47-yarder, and we've got a 1-point ball game. Get set for the halftime show. Your thoughts before we go to break on this first half.
Hey, we talked about momentum there, and West Virginia State took that momentum and right back. Wesleyan, big kickoff return, big field goal to end the half, and hopefully they can carry that momentum into the second half.
17-16 the lead for West Virginia State. We've got a break to take. It's Wesleyan Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network.
We'll be right back. First up is our freshman attendant, Sydney Baird. Sydney is a 5-year athletic training exercise science major from Western Springs, West Virginia. She is a member of the women's basketball and golf teams. Sydney would like to shout out to her family and her teammates. Next up is our sophomore attendant, Hayden Stringer. Hayden is a marketing major from Buchanan, West Virginia. She is a member of Alpha Delta Pi, student senate secretary, and employee at Countryside Cooking and the 2023 Clay County Golden Delicious Festival Queen. She would like to shout out to the Amy Pi sisters, her parents, Marlana and Eric, and Josh and her boyfriend, Holden. Representing the junior class is Savannah O'Shields. Savannah is a marketing major with a biology minor from Bethany Beach, Delaware. She is part of the softball team, a member of Zeta Tau Alpha, a Greek Life PR intern, and works at the Writing Center, and is a Kappa Alpha Rose. And now for our senior royalty candidates. First up, we have Joshua Castro. Joshua is an environmental studies major from Laurel, Maryland. He is a member of the Wesleyan College football team and Kappa Alpha Order. Joshua would like to shout out to the Wesleyan College football team members and staff. Next, we have Caitlin Pena. Caitlin is a major in Carson, Texas. She's the president of the Student Nurses of Wesleyan, a member of the women's soccer team, and Alpha Delta Phi. Caitlin would like to shout out to her parents and her little brother for all of their support and encouragement during her college years. She would also like to thank her friends back home and at Wesleyan College for encouraging her to be the best version of herself. Next up is Layla Calhoun. Layla is a criminal justice and psychology major from Creedbank, West Virginia. She is a member of the women's basketball and track and field team. She's also a member of the Army National Guard. Layla would like to give a shout out and thank you to God above all, her friends and family for their guidance, her boyfriend Elijah for being supportive, teammates, coaches for always believing in her, and her professors for their dedication through her time at Wesleyan. Now we have Logalee Schmidt. Logalee is a psychology and criminal justice major from Inwood, West Virginia. Logalee is the chapter events director for Alpha Z Delta, Beta Sigma, and is a member of the We Lead Human Rights team. She would like to shout out to her mom and all her sisters at Alpha Z Delta. Next up is Abby Bowe. Abby is a biochemistry major from Charleston, West Virginia. She is a member of Alpha Delta Pi and Benzene Brand Chemistry Club. Abby would like to shout out to her sisters of AD Pi, the brothers of Theta Xi, and her roommates for making Wesleyan feel like home. Next up is Lillian Allman. Lillian is a psychology and political science major from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Lillian is a member of Alpha Delta Pi, works as a resident director for the Campus Life Office, and in the Psychology Research Lab. She would like to shout out to her parents, Kelly and Rob Alman, her sisters, and the sisters of Alpha Delta Pi. Next up, we have Talia Cooper. Talia is a nursing major from Beckley, West Virginia. She is the chapter president of Alpha Z Delta, a Kappa Alpha Order sweetheart, the senior class committee secretary, part of the We Lead Invisible Illness team, a WVWC student ambassador, and student nurses of Wesleyan member. She would like to give a shout out to her sisters of Alpha Z Delta, the brothers of KA, her parents, and her fiance, Hunter Williams. Now we have Jenna Gomez. Jenna is a health science major from Apple Valley, California. She is a member of the softball team. Jenna would like to shout out to her friends, family, and the softball team. Next up is Maya Reyes. She's a criminal justice and psychology major from Staten Island, New York. She's a member of the softball team and Alpha Z Delta. She would like to shout out to her family, her friends, the sisters of Alpha Z Delta, and the softball team. Now we have Hunter Williams. Hunter is an exercise science major and plans to get a master's in athletic training. Hunter is from Beckley, West Virginia, and is the Kappa Alpha Order president, Alpha Z Delta Sweetie Poo, and member of the football team. He would like to shout out to the brothers of Kappa Alpha Order, the ladies of Alpha Z Delta, his family, and his fiancée, Talia. Before crowning our royalty, we would also like to invite you to mark your calendars for this year's Spring Sing on Saturday, April 20th. This year's theme, voted by our students, is 2010's Throwbacks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the field President of West Virginia Wesleyan College, Dr. James Moore, to crown our King and Queen, assisted by the Dean of Students and Director of Campus Life, Elisa Lively. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 homecoming royalty is Queen Talia Cooper. And your 2023 King, Hunter Williams. Congratulations to all of our royalty, our King and our Queen. Thank you for attending Homecoming 2023. Enjoy the rest of the game and the rest of the weekend's festivities. And at this time, we would like to welcome to the field the Wesleyan College dance team. For the third year in a row, the dance team has qualified to compete at the NBA National Championship in Daytona, Florida. Currently ranked national runners-up Division II team performance, they are so excited to showcase their talent
Stats don't total out, so I just rolled for y'all.
Thank you.
Mountain Dew out of that thing, please.
Got a rest coming up here.
I know. I'm out of breath. I haven't given any stats. I think I got behind one on the big team. Standing there for 5 minutes trying to cross it. Story of my life. Day late, dawn short. And welcome back to Buchanan. Halftime score 17-16 in favor of West Virginia State. Exciting first half of play. Stats for both teams. For the visiting Yellow Jackets, Donovan Riddick, the quarterback, 8 of 12, 140 yards and 1 touchdown. Rushing the football, Joel Felder, 12 attempts, 59 yards, 4.9 yard average. Riddick also picked up 22 yards on 5 carries. Joe Jones with a pair of rushes for 8 yards. And 1 rush for 4 yards for Pessoa. Receiving the football, 4 in the first half for Amari Airy. Total of 30 yards, a 15-yard long in the first half. Felder with 2 receptions, 43 yards. 2 receptions for Johnson for 35 yards. For the Bobcats, Starting quarterback Logan Landers, 2 of 5 for 40 yards before going out with injury, replaced by Nathan Payne, who was 4 of 10 for 48 yards, including a 23-yarder in the first half. Mitchell, the ground gainer, with 18, leading the way on 4 attempts, 16 for Landers on 3 attempts, 11 for Payne. Leading receivers, Nathan Garnett, 4 targets, 3 receptions, 63 yards, 31 to the long. And so you look at the overall play of both teams in the first half, Jonathan. Both teams played well in all phases of the game. You talked about the penalties early on for the Bobcats, but they managed to commit less penalties in the second quarter of play and played more disciplined football. Overall, if you're in a situation, Coach Martin, he's got to be happy with the way his team played overall.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams defensively playing pretty well, and the Bobcats, other than that one play right before the half, they really tackled the ball well and did a good job on defense and made some plays. And, the story of that first half offensively for Wesleyan is they're able to sustain some drives, get enough pass plays, run the ball efficiently, 3-4 yards, leaning forward, falling forward, and then you can't say enough about our kicker for West Virginia Wesleyan. 3 for 3, 9 points, 2 long field goals, and 17-16 is a great game so far.
Defensively for the Bobcats, Bella leading the way with 5 total tackles, Franklin Branch and Taylor with 4, and Ball with 3. The leading tackler for the Yellow Jackets is Blake with 6, 3 for Thompson, 3 for Witcher, and 2 for Avery Scott. So you get set to play in the second half, and of course, you being an alumni of West Virginia Wesleyan, you're excited about homecoming. It's a homecoming for you. What must Coach Martin's team do in the second half to get this win?
Well, they gotta carry over that momentum because West Virginia State took it from us quick, and then we're able to get a big kick return, get that field goal, get that momentum back, and if we can sustain that momentum, and so far there's been no turnovers by either team in that first half, Bill, and I think somebody's going to make a turnover somewhere in this second half that's going to swing the game. And West Virginia Wesleyan getting outgained by about 100 yards offensively, but defensively still hanging in there. Look for number 7 for West Virginia Wesleyan, Nate Garnett. If he can get loose, get a big play here early in this third quarter, get the crowd into it, get his team pumped up, that could be the difference. But Wesleyan's got to maintain some momentum.
I like the emotion and the attitude we're seeing on the Bobcats sideline. They look like they're still focused, still up, still ready to go. That's what we saw before the game, and that was a good sign. A little concerned with how they would come out after that late touchdown for the Yellow Jackets, but they look pepped up and ready to go. We get set for this second half of action. It'll be state football. They'll travel left to right. Pessoa getting set to return the kick. Liam Depp getting set to kick it away. 17-16, the lead for the visitor. Beautiful day here in Buchanan for football. Depp's ready. The righty approaches and gets his leg into this one. It's high and short field at the 10-yard line on the far side. Pessoa's got a wall over the 40, the 45, midfield. They'll bring it to the near side. The 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's slung out of bounds. Touchdown saving tackle by Landon Wilson.
No flags on the field.
Well, a short field opportunity here for the West Virginia State offense, led by quarterback Donovan Riddick.
That defense for Wesleyan that we talked about holding their water that first half's got their work cut out for them early here in the second half.
Backs against the wall, and let's see if they can respond. You talked about turnovers. This would be a great place to create one if you're a Bobcat defender. Pistol look, snap back, hand off to Felder, who gets in the end zone, but hold the phone. There's a hanky on the turf on the near side. A second penalty flag comes out well after the play expired. meeting of the minds as the officials talk this over. 14:41 left in his third quarter play, just underway in the second half.
And I thought earlier in the game a couple times Joel Felder leans a little bit forward early on the snap, and hasn't been called for it yet, and it looked like that's what he did again there, but they're talking it over, and there was an extra flag thrown at the end of the play as well.
That's a great point, Jonathan, as he does move forward. Too many players in the backfield. And then the following penalty after the play is going to be unsportsmanlike on the Bobcats. They sorted out. End result is a first down and goal. It looks like they're going to place it just inside the 5-yard line.
Pretty much where they started.
Penalties early hurt the Bobcats. Here early in the second half, that's a key one. Pistol look. Felder straight forward. He'll be brought down as Amir Franklin Branch with great penetration in the backfield making the play. No gain. This Bobcat front line has been very aggressive up front. They've been hard to block, very active. And you talk about a guy who hits the hole quickly. Felder does a good job of that. You talked about him sometimes looking like he's leaving early.
Yeah, he looks like it.
Getting a jump, but he's not getting quick enough to out-quick this defensive line from West Virginia Wesleyan. Second and goal from the 4. Felder with a carry, gets into the end zone. 4-yard run for Joel Felder. And the lead extended early on here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense tried there, but when you start a drive on your 4-yard line, you got 4 yards to go for a touchdown after that big kickoff return for West Virginia State. That's a near impossible situation for the defense to start the second half.
That brings on Brennan Schmidt for the PAT. His offering is up, and it's golden. We've got a break to take. Wesleyan football on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Hi, I'm Keith Powell with Yes Chevy and Yes Ford. And right now at our Let's Trade Keys event, give me the keys to your old ride and pick out the keys to any car on my lots. And your payments will stay the same until 2024. But hurry, I can only help the first 77 people only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington, where every car comes with a lifetime warranty.
Try to get that split box to work.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
Health coverage for your family, your employees, and your company is one of the most important decisions you can make. The health plan proudly supports...
Or no, it's not.
Yeah. And here we go. Bobcats get it for their first offensive opportunity in the second half of play. They trail it 24-16. We'll see if Nathan Payne is the quarterback or if Logan Landers will check back in. Back deep. Amir Jordan and Darius Cooper. Largest deficit of the game for West Virginia Wesleyan, but lots of time left in this second half. Schmidt gets set, kicks it high and short, and a nice play by the up back. Looks like that's going to be number 63, Connor Castle. who rushes forward, catches on the fly, and gives his team excellent starting field position. The ball resting at the 39-yard line. Possession number 1 of the second half of the Bobcats. It'll be Nathan Payne, the QB. Kevin Mitchell in the backfield with him. Mitchell gets the carry, 2 hands on the pigskin as he'll rush forward on the near side, works his way to the 41-yard line. Omari Lewis makes the stop. Nazir Jones in on the play as well. Weren't sure if Jones would play, but he's in there making an impact for the Yellow Jackets. Well, West Virginia Wesleyan looking for a big play to get a spark, to get the emotion back up to a high level. Play action, Payne rolling. Witcher in hot pursuit. Gets a block, tucks it, readjusts his face mask, gets over the 40 to the 41-yard line.
I think they missed 2 face masks there, Bill.
Payne in the middle of his run twice had to readjust his face mask.
Yeah, didn't call either one of them.
Jalen Jones gets credit for the stop. Brings up a 3rd down and call it 8. Bobcats need a big play here to keep this drive alive. We'll see Charles Spratley sprint off of the field. Pressure coming. Payne is offering, 2 bounce to Garnett, and he takes a big hit. Payne looks to be okay, but the pressure was on that time. It's West Virginia State bringing the heat.
Yeah, and that's 2 or 3 times this game we're trying to set that tunnel screen up, and it's there. We just can't get the throw off. There's too much pressure up the middle for even that screen pass to get off in time.
Could potentially use a different cadence. We see Donovan Riddick using the hand claps, anything to try to slow down the rush of the defense. Vardell on to punt it away. It'll be Juwan Bunch back deep. Flags on the field as the snap gets back. Procedure the call on the Bobcats, 5-yard mark off. On the sideline, handful of battler, Corey Ball trying to get his team up. So they're going to get a sideline warning. The visitor will. That's the first of the second half. So we're seeing some of the Bobcat players trying to urge on their teammates here. Snap back. Vardell, a great job getting rid of it quickly. Fair catch called for and made at the 27-yard line by Bunch. There's a flag on the play. Looks like an injury on the field. We'll take a timeout. It's Wesleyan football on the Mountain East Digital Network. And here at West Virginia Wesleyan, this second half not been kind to the home team. 11:15 left in this third quarter of play. They trail 24-16. And the ball goes back to the dangerous offense of West Virginia State. It's a draw as Felder has it. He's going to work his way to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. The tackle's made by Zion Alsey. But a good first down pickup. Felder has been held in check for the most part by this defense. Second down. Felder gets it again, breaks one tackle, gets close to the first down marker. He's going to be brought down by a handful of players. The first to make contact, Alice Mabella.
Yeah, he runs downhill hard. He's got good size and strength, and those 2-3 yard runs in the first half are turning into 5-6 yard runs here in the second half as defense tries to hold their water here.
Donovan Riddick, the signal caller in the gun. Looking far side, throwing that way. Completion for minimal yardage as Ari hauls it in. Tackled immediately on the play. That's going to be Udine Dobson making the stop. It'll be second down and 5.5 for the Yellow Jackets. Riddick looking around, turns and has a conversation with his tailback. Gives it to Felder. He'll plow forward. Gets to the 45-yard line, short of a first down by about 2.5 yards as David Dacio making the play.
Yeah, Wesleyan needs to get some juice here on this third and short, get this stop here and get the ball back.
Twin receivers, flank to both sides. Felder with a carry, spins, gets the first down as he lands in Bobcat territory at the 47-yard line. Zion Elsey credited with a stop. Yellow Jackets more methodical on this drive than we saw the entire first half. They're using more clock, taking their time.
Leaning on that big back.
He's doing a good job here early on. Riddick clutches, tucks it. He's going to run, makes a move, and gets brought down. Solo stop at the 45-yard line. Colin Webster with a formed tackle, making a play on one of the toughest players to tackle in the conference.
Yeah, Colin Webster, a 6'2", 210 redshirt junior from Leonardtown, Maryland, Bill, with a nice open field tackle. A good 10, 15 yards. More to go if he doesn't make that tackle.
A lot of defenders will get back on their heels trying to guard against the play, but Webster went right at Riddick. Quarterback keeper Riddick with a nice move. Works inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. It'll be a first down as Gamma Sluey makes the play, but not before they move the chains.
Yeah, and Wesleyan was winning a lot of those one-on-one battles. Good tackling in the first half. The second half, West Virginia State's making some plays and making the defenders miss and winning those one-on-one battles.
Riddick planted his right foot and cut right back in the middle, and I mean to tell you, it was lightning quick. First down and 10. Riddick with a pitch, far side. Felder has it, turns the corner, gets inside the 30 to the 27. On the stop, Taylor. He's been active defensively. He makes a nice play. It brings up a second down. Clock turns as we near the 7-minute mark of this third period of play. The ball resting on the far side hash. Pair of backs to the left of quarterback Riddick. Play action. Looking at the middle of the field. Man wide open, complete for the touchdown. And that's going to be R.E. 28-yard reception. Second touchdown of the second half for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, just a coverage breakdown on the back end there. He was too wide open. Two guys looking at each other, not sure what the coverage was there, whose zone that was, but just a complete coverage breakdown for the touchdown for West Virginia State.
On for the point after is going to be Brendan Schmidt. Schmidt gets set for the offering. It's up And it's good. 31-16, the lead for the visitor. Break to take. It's Wesleyan Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Welcome to your home among the hills. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, you'll unearth new passions, be exposed to fresh perspectives, and find what drives you. This place of discovery is where you can become a scientist, a leader, an athlete, a performer, a friend. Opportunities include research, internships, and study abroad. Plus, our vibrant community makes for experiences you'll never forget. Discover yourself at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
I'm going to listen in a little bit and make sure I'm doing okay here. Here in Buchanan, the Bobcats getting set for possession number 2, and Jonathan critical that they get some points on this one as we're seeing the offense pick up for West Virginia State, scoring a pair of second-half touchdowns to push their lead out to 31-16.
Yeah, it's starting to slip away from Wesleyan. You got to find a way to get Nate Garnett back involved in this game in the second half.
Kickoff is going to bounce and be fielded by the Bobcats at the 31-yard line. Brendan Schmidt, the kicker, showing some good touch as they've opted, and smartly so, to kick away from the deep, talented returners from West Virginia Wesleyan. But he's placing those things in difficult positions to field. And it's been close a couple different times where it looked like the Yellow Jackets might come up with a loose ball.
Yeah, and I wouldn't give up on that tunnel screen because it's open to Garnett, and if they can just hold their water a little bit more up front and hit that, I think we could get a big play out of it.
We were talking earlier, Payne might want to use a different cadence, maybe change his voice a little bit, try to get that defensive line back on its heels. They are full steam ahead here in this third quarter. Snap back and a flag on the field, and procedure against the Bobcats. The penalty bug has bitten the Bobcats here in this third period. Mitchell checking back into the game, replacing Dumornay. Quarterback Nathan Payne in relief. Back to pass, rifles a pass, near side, incomplete. Intended receiver was Almasauer. A little bit low, but a catchable ball.
Catchable ball, you got to get some little momentum going here, Bill, as Wesleyan's come out really flat here in the second half, and somebody's got to make a play here to get them going.
This is where you look for a leader, someone to step up and make that play you're talking about. Breezy day here in Buchanan. Beautiful and breezy. Second down, 15. The ball centered in the middle of the field. Payne in the gun, has 3 to the far side. He's going to tuck it and run, gets a block, moves over to the 30, spins, and gets to the 34-yard line. Mitchell, a nice job coming out of the backfield, making the block before Christian Thompson can finally make the play.
Yeah, Christian Thompson with a nice tackle there. Otherwise, we've got an easy first down, but still a good run by the quarterback there to give us an opportunity to have a manageable third down here.
You know, sometimes one play can change the momentum of the game. And you look back to the opening kickoff of the second half where the Yellow Jackets worked it all the way to the 5-yard line. Short field opportunity. They punched it in, and they've had all the momentum since then. Looking to take it back. Payne and company. There's a flag on the field. Payne fires this one into the Bobcat bench. Should go against West Virginia State. I think Payne knew that and realized he didn't want to throw it anywhere where it could be picked off. He just gets rid of it quickly. It'll be offsides. The call on the Yellow Jackets. It's not going to be a first down, but it's going to be close and make it more manageable for Payne and company. The ball moves to the 39-yard line. Third down and 2. Play clock rolls at 15 seconds, plenty of time. Hard count up front. No flag. 8 seconds on the clock. Payne's got to hurry. He'll change the play. 3 seconds. Finally, flags everywhere. That play looked wonky from the beginning.
I don't even know what to say happened there, Bill.
It reminded you a little bit of a junior high school dance where people approach each other. They think about dancing, but they're not
really
quite sure what they want to do. And, yeah, the flag, it's going to be a mark-off, a 5-yard infraction on West Virginia Wesleyan.
Yeah, and Wesleyan, just as crisp as they were in the first half and looked good and looked like they belonged in this game, is completely flipped here in this third quarter.
Quarterback Nathan Payne has 3 receivers to the far side, 4-man front. They're going to get to him, and the ball comes free. Luckily, the Bobcats will hop on it as they will keep possession. Nazir Jones makes the hit, knocking it free, and it looked like that was Draven Owens who pounced on the loose pigskin.
Yeah, Nathan Payne had no chance at all there, Bill, to get the pass off.
That time, uncharacteristically, the Yellow Jackets only rushed 4, but found a way to get to quarterback Payne. Vardell on the punt, Bunch back to receive. End over end, it's going to hit at midfield, and it's going to take a left turn. It's going to roll backwards, and it'll be down at the 45-yard line. So a good job by Vardell, who's had to punt under heat on almost every attempt today. So he's had to rush his punts, but really he's made up for it and not let it bother him.
Yeah, not a bad punt there at all. And defense is going to have to hold here. His momentum is really switched over to West Virginia State side.
5:06 left in this third quarter of play, 31-16, the advantage for the Yellow Jackets. On comes quarterback Donovan Riddick and his offensive unit. Play action, check down pass, complete in the flat near side into Bobcat territory as Tayshawn Butler gets his first touch and gives his team a fresh set of downs. The ball marked at the Wesleyan 42. Butler in the backfield. Play action, pass far side to flat, hauled in, and a TFL tackle for a loss as Bunch hauls it in and goes nowhere as Gamma Slewey makes the TFL, and it'll bring up a second down and call it 11.
Yeah, big play. That looked more like what it was going on in the first half. Good attacking defense, good tackling there as 2 guys came up and forced a 1-yard loss for West Virginia State.
It'll be a keeper. Riddick tries the far side, turns the corner, shifts his way to the 35-yard line. 8-yard pickup, and he is elusive coming into the contest. Riddick with 35 carries for 122 yards and a pair of TDs. And you can see his explosiveness, case in point, that last play.
Yeah, they run that zone read, and Joel Felder gets downhill quick, and he pulls that ball. The quarterback gets around the outside. It can be tough to handle.
3rd down and 3. Butler's been the feature back throughout this series. As Riddick rolls, throws, double coverage, incomplete. Nice play defensively by Keon Brown as he gets up high and gets in the way of Javion Monroe, the intended receiver. Stops the clock with 3:22 left. 3rd Canto.
Yeah, good coverage that time underneath and over top there. And the quarterback made a nice throw. He had one little tiny window to put it in, and he put it there, and would have been a heck of a catch if he were able to make it. But good job that time by the Bobcats defense.
One more big play, and they can get off of the field. 4th down and 3. Crowd rallying behind the defense. Felder with the carry. 1st down and more. Inside the 20, the 10, the 5 breaks a tackle and gets in the end zone. 35-yard run for Felder.
And you just kind of get that feeling, Bill. It's like, here we go again. You know, we played so well in that first half, and then once momentum started going, you could just kind of see it. Here we go again. We're 0-3, and, you got to kind of learn how to win. And, no one stepped up right now to stop the bleeding.
This Bobcat defense tried to make the stand. They had forced the 4th down, but Felder, with an exceptional run, gets the touchdown. And with 3:13 left, looked like an injury to a Yellow Jacket player. That looks like Javon Monroe, as he face planted right in front of the kicker, Brendan Smith. He looks to be okay now. And they're going to make the play. Haven't seen that in quite some time.
No, normally you got to come off the field.
You lay around, you play around.
Right.
But we play on. Smith.
False start.
False starts. No flag. And there's the flag there as the kick is up and good. Well, this has been a wonky third quarter of play, to say the least.
It's been odd.
A lot of penalties, a couple bad breaks, and you take a 1-point game and you turn it into a 21-point game.
Well, you take the one big kickoff return down to the 4. That was a touchdown. You take the broken coverage in the secondary for the big touchdown for West Virginia State, and right there on 4th and 3, broke what was that, 30-some yard run. And those 3 plays right there really just completely made this from a competitive game to a 3-touchdown game real quick.
Still plenty of time left. Let's see if the Bobcats can mount a comeback. You're watching Wesleyan football on the Mountain East Digital Network. Here in Bobcat territory, we get set for an opportunity for the offense. 3rd time a charm, we'll see. It's a 3rd possession of the second half coming up in a moment. Lamir Jordan back to return this one, and Darius Cooper. Boy, it's great to have you guys with us. Great job today as always, Jonathan, and spotter of the year in the conference, VJ Davis, in midseason form. As this high short kick is going to be fielded at the 37-yard line by Landon Wilson. So we'll see good starting field position. That's been a trend in the second half because West Virginia State has gotten wise and decided not to kick it to the deep, dangerous returners for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Yeah, at this point, I think they recognize the only way Wesleyan's getting back in this game is quick score. So the best way to do that or prevent that is to not kick it deep to their playmakers. But still good field position this time for the Bobcats.
Nate Garnett goes to the far side. He's the man to watch here as they're looking to try to get him the football. Number 1 in the country in all-purpose yards. Handoff straight forward to Mitchell. And he gets a tough yard, and that is it. Clock not running. That's a good thing for the Bobcats in their comeback attempt.
Trying to get it to run here.
And they do. As we get set for the 3-minute mark of this third period. Quarterback Nathan Payne. He's got Charles Spratley to his right. Payne looking to pass, middle of the field, incomplete. Intended receiver, Amir Amasaur. Good coverage, forces quarterback Nathan Payne to try to make a perfect throw, and that one just a bit outside.
Yeah, look, good coverage that time by West Virginia State. Forces a 3rd and long, and I'd say you're going to see some heat here from this defense on this play.
Look for Payne to go to one of his big play receivers. Garnett, Cooper, these guys can make the plays. Handoff straight forward. And the Bobcats pick up the 1st down. Charles Spratley, the longest run from scrimmage for a Bobcat back. Jai Martin makes the tackle, but not before Spratley gets into Yellow Jacket territory. The ball spotted at the 48.
Yeah, nice run by Spratley, 6'2", 230-pound sophomore. He looked good on that. Definitely caught West Virginia State off guard. They did bring a blitz that time and weren't prepared for that.
Again, Spratley straight forward. Moving the pile as we get inside the 45 all the way to the 41-yard line. Tough physical run for Spratley. He was the starting running back in game number 1 here, but didn't start and haven't seen much of him until just recently, and he's shown his desire to make the big play.
Yeah, and the offense showing a little life here, showing a little fight here in this as this 3rd quarter comes, minute 48 to go.
Bobcat offense on the march. 2nd down and 3. Kevin Mitchell checks in. He gets the carry. 3 straight rushes for West Virginia Wesleyan. He'll work his way back to the line of scrimmage. And on the far side, Justin David and Kanye Holland doing battle. David, the defensive back, took a swing at Holland. No flag on the play. I don't know if the official saw that or not, but he took a big cut at it.
The official was standing right there looking at it. He must not have thought it was as serious as it seemed from here, but a little extracurricular going on over there. And
3rd down and 3. Bobcats need a 1st down. Payne brings it near side, in and out of the intended receiver's hands. That was Holland, and he gets lambasted as Cameron Vargas lays a big hit on. Stops the clock with 46 ticks on a 3rd quarter clock, and it's going to be go time for Wesleyan here.
Yeah, and Wesleyan tried that tunnel screen again, and the blocking's there, but you can see the play developing. We just either can't get the throw off early, or that time we did, the throw was behind the receiver. You got to lead them a little bit so they can keep their momentum and for that tunnel screen to be effective.
Payne, play action, rifles it, and it's going to go off of the defender. That was Albia. The intended receiver was Almasour. And the Bobcats turn it over on downs. 38-16, the advantage for West Virginia State. Break to take. It is Wesleyan football on the Mountain East Digital Network. Donovan Riddick and his red-hot offense back onto the field. The first half, they were held in check, but here in the second half, Riddick and company putting on a show. Riddick back to pass. He's got time, middle of the field. It's going to be hauled in a big play, as we'll see Marcus Ray with his first reception. He's brought down just outside the red zone at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, good throw and catch that time for West Virginia State. Marcus Ray making a nice play there.
Tavis McAdoo checks in as a feature back. Play action. He'll dump it off, down low. McAdoo's got it at the 10 on the near side, spins at the 5, and then works to the 2-yard line. Nice run after the catch for Tavis McAdoo as the third quarter expires. Fourth quarter coming up next. Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. And we get set for the fourth and final frame of this one. 38-16, the lead for State. They've got it knocking on the door. As the end around goes inside, the handoff, as that'll be Noel Johnson on the rush, Hankey on the turf. Couple yards inside for Johnson on the carry, but let's see who this penalty is on. Personal foul, helmet to helmet, the call on the Yellow Jackets.
Don't see that very often, helmet to helmet on the offense.
You don't see very many flags on West Virginia State either. A very disciplined football team.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 15-yarder. That's a big one, and that'll push the ball back. They'll mark it at the 16-yard line. Devin Washington in the backfield. The pass is going to go to McAdoo, and McAdoo can't corral it. As he heard the footsteps of the defender hustling over in coverage, Colin Webster, that falls to the turf, incomplete. Clock stopped at 14:27 in this fourth quarter of play. You can pick apple or turnover, Jonathan.
What is it?
Apple or cherry.
Apple or cherry?
Yeah, whatever turnover you'd like. We just want one here.
I prefer cherry.
Quarterback keeper as Riddick rides in, and he takes a huge shot inside. I mean, a big one. The first to make contact was number 9, Gamma Sluey, and then Corey Ball came in and lowered the boom on quarterback Donovan Riddick.
Yeah, good to see him pop up there because it was one of those awkward tackles, one down low, one up high, and kind of twisted him up a little bit, but he was able to hop up there. He looks like he's fine.
In the backfield, Justin Pessoa. Riddick in the gun. Pessoa with a carry. Straight forward. Works inside the 5 and gets to the 3-yard line. That's where Derek Smith makes the stop.
Yeah, and the big chains, I mean, West Virginia State's throwing the ball well, but they're running the ball much better in the second half. Big running lanes opening up, and I don't know if Wesleyan's got tired a little bit here in the second half, but it does look like it.
Joe Jones checking in as Coach Penton using a variety of backs in the backfield on this drive. Riddick goes out as a receiver. It's a wildcat look, and Jones is going to walk into the end zone. Well-designed play. It nets a 2-yard TD with 12:54 left in regulation. On for the PAT, it's going to be Brennan Schmidt. Schmidt getting set. Snap back is good. The kick is up, and it is good as well. No, it's no good. They'll say no good.
No good.
Just a bit outside. And that holds the score at 44-16. It's Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. And here at CB Ross Field, the Bobcats trailing here after a solid first half, but the ball just not bouncing their way. No breaks in the second half, and a 1-point lead at the halftime break has ballooned out to a 44-16 lead for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and see if they continue to kick the ball short. I see Wesleyan looks like they've brought Nate Garnett up to about the 30-yard line, anticipating that short kick. And they kick it away from him. Should go out of bounds, though.
It's going to go in and out of Jordan Dumornay's hands. Out of bounds on the near side sideline.
It was headed out of bounds.
It was.
Trying to make a play there and get upfield, and would have got good positive yardage, but ball bounced off of him.
The first thing you've got to have is players that desire to make a play. And Dumornay there tried to make the play. It just didn't work out as he hoped it would.
Yeah, it just seems like the energy we had in that first half just has not been here in this second half.
Well, the Bobcats back in action next week as they'll be on the road. They'll travel to Wheeling before coming back home to Buchanan on October 14th when West Liberty will come to town. Payne looking to Garnett on the near side. Almost came up with a circus catch on the near side sideline.
Yeah, and good speed again by Garnett, and laid it out there just a little bit too far in front of him, and he just about made a great play on that ball, Bill.
That was a great effort on the play by Garnett. He'll check out of the game. Kanye Holland will check in for Garnett. Payne with a handoff up the middle. Making the 31-yard line is Kevin Mitchell. Quick third down for the Bobcats. They desperately want to keep the football and keep it away from Donovan Riddick, who has caught fire in this second half. press coverage provided on the outside, as it'll be a handoff inside. And that's going to be Charles Spratley. He'll get a yard, maybe two, but well short of a first down as Jalen Jones makes the tackle. And that brings on the punting unit Aaron Vardell, one of the conference's best punters, has done a great job today for the Bobcats.
Yeah, he's punted the ball well, going into the win, or going with the win this time, and maybe he can flip the field here for the Bobcats.
Juwan Bunch, the returner for the Yellow Jackets, he'll set up shop at the 27-yard line. Vardell's ready. State bringing the heat. Vardell boots this one out of bounds to the Bobcat bench. Let's see where they mark it out at. They'll say 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 11-12 left in regulation. And the Bobcat offense getting set to come back out onto the field. Well, Jonathan, homecoming for you. Are you happy to be back at your alma mater?
Oh, yeah, always nice to be here in Buchanan. We live over in Tucker County. My wife works here in Buchanan still, so we're here a lot. My daughter's in her sophomore year here at West Virginia Wesleyan as well, and so we're over here a good bit, so it's always nice to be here in Buchanan. Brings back a lot of good memories.
Couldn't ask for a better day for a football game. Gorgeous day out there. What a great first half we had. Second half hasn't been as good.
Yeah, the spark we had in the first half, we just haven't been able to get it going here in the second half. And give credit to West Virginia State. They stayed steady. They continued to hand the ball off to their big tailback. And then once that started rolling, the 2-3 yard gains turned into 6-7 yard gains, and then opened the pass game wide open. And it's been all West Virginia State here in the second half.
Seen a lot of marked improvement for the Bobcats here, and they're hoping to build on it. They want to finish this game strong. They want to finish the last 11 minutes at a high level, as we'll see a quarterback change. And that's the way the ball bounces literally for this state team, is coming in relief. That was Caleb Jantois, who lost it, picked it back up, and then picks up 9 yards on the play. Handoff to the near side. First down rush for Justin Pessoa as Keon Brown makes the stop, but not before the Yellow Jackets get the first down.
Yeah, big run again for West Virginia State, and that's what's changed. The second half, the offense has been rolling for West Virginia State.
Jantois, the 6', 185-pound junior, coming in 1 for 1, passing for 23 yards. He fires a strike complete on the near side, and that's going to go to Tate Spade. It'll be about a 4-yard pickup on the play, but good zip on the pass from the right-handed QB.
Yeah.
Handoff. Inside the 40 to the 44-yard line, Amir Franklin Branch makes the stop as Pessoa gets the tote. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Quarterback keeper inside the 30, bumped down at the 27-yard line is quarterback Caleb Jantois. He's got a first down.
Yeah, and Jantois looks pretty good. Looks like a good, more running quarterback than Donovan Riddick was. Riddick could do a little bit of both, and he looks pretty good running the ball.
You expect him to do more of that until he gets his feet wet. Then you'll start seeing some aerials. But that's a smart way to approach it. I'm sure the play calls are designed as he's going to air it out now. And he's got a man open. It's a touchdown. The reception goes to Nolan Johnson, and the score from 27 yards out.
17-16 seems so long ago, Bill.
It does. And when you see guys like Caleb Jantois check into the game and make big plays like that, this offense is deep, talented and deep. And you can see that Coach Pennington's got players in position to step in, whether it's an injury or another issue, to come in, and this offense just doesn't miss a beat. It's a well-oiled machine as Schmidt will tack on the point after as you watch Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. Schmidt, the right-footed kicker, boots it away, far side, fielded by Cooper inside the 10. He'll change field, bring it to the middle, get to the 12 and brought down there. Landed awkwardly, and hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, he looks to be all right, and if he could have got by that one tackle, we had another wall set up here, would have been a good return, but a better job that time, as that's the first time West Virginia State's kicked it deep here in the second half after that big return.
Returned by Frank Mosley. Or the tackle made by Mosley. If you think about it, Pennington always coaching, always thinking, he gets this sizable lead at 51-16. He wants to get back to kicking it deep. So his specialists can work on things because they're not going to see returners like this anywhere else. So they're going to be back to kicking it deep later. He wants to make sure his team's ready for the next game.
Yeah.
Just a brilliant, brilliant job there by Coach Pennington and his staff. First down rush. That'll be Charles Spratley banging out a few yards. It'll be second down here. And for the Bobcats, Coach Dwayne Martin wanting to continue to work on this rushing attack.
Yeah, and it's tough. Our stats, we're having some issues with our stats here today, but I don't know if Wesleyan, if we've got a first down here in the second half, it's only been one.
The offense has not been clicking as it did in the first half. Payne with a play action, and he is going to be swarmed under back at the 7-yard line. The fake was supposed to freeze the pass rushers, but it had an opposite effect. It seemed like it gave them nitrous.
The fake was a little clunky too, it wasn't real smooth, and it you don't have that time for that delay at this level, and West Virginia State swarmed and buried him.
Jonathan, if the fake is not viable,
yeah,
then it's not going to freeze the defenders or buy you any time. So third down and long for the Bobcats. Payne sets up the screen on the near side.
Dropped it.
Garnett drops the football. Stopping the clock at 7:11.
Again, there's that same tunnel screen, and ball's just a little bit behind him. Still probably should have made that catch, but you got to throw that tunnel screen out front, and it's there, Bill. It is there, and he was looking upfield before he caught it. Ball a little behind, but if that ball's out front, he's still running.
It's just a couple little things here and there, a couple tweaks that
it just kills the momentum. We haven't been able to get any juice in this second half.
But if they can get that worked out, we're going to see a potent offense in future games.
I still think when they go back and watch the film here, they're going to find some positives from this game to build upon.
No doubt about it. Vardell in his own end zone. Gets this one away. It's going to be high and booming and fielded at the 47. Going backwards and nowhere to go is Nick Blake. The tackle made by number 31, Keon Brown.
Yeah, Keon Brown. A game like this, it'd be easy to stop playing hard, and he didn't there. Made a nice laid out, made a real nice tackle.
Everything's gone wrong in the second half. I've even got Yellow Jackets trying to get into my Mountain Dew. We got Yellow Jackets coming after the Bobcats. We got them coming after my Mountain Dew. What's next?
And that's zero sugar Mountain Dew too. What is it? What's that?
Yeah, what's
Yellow
that
Jacket after?
Yeah. Well, that was a great special teams play. We saw a lot of those in the first half from the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was good to see that effort out of Keon Brown. Keep playing.
Caleb Jantois in relief. Second possession. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Goes to the far side. He's spun around and corralled at the 47. It'll be Colin Webster on the stop. Clock moves as we're inside of 7 minutes. A Bobcat defender with a set down at the 44-yard line. We'll take a break. Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. And it's Sebe Ross Field. Taylor walking off under his own power, and that's a good thing for West Virginia Wesleyan. Maybe a little cramp issue. Second down and the handoff to the far side. Spin around and a bring down as Rodney James had nowhere to go. Amir Franklin Branch makes the stop. It'll bring up a third down for the Yellow Jackets. As we mentioned a moment ago, Jonathan, Wesleyan back in action next week as they travel to Wheeling. And they'll be home again the week following as they'll entertain West Liberty. Third down. Jantois in the gun. Long, lengthy look at the sideline. He's got the play call. Twins to both sides. He'll hand it off straight forward, dancing into Wesleyan territory at the 48. That's where Rodney James is brought down.
Yeah, better job this drive in the interior of that defensive line for the Wesleyan Bobcats is they stiffened up a little bit here.
Webster makes the play, forcing a fourth down. State needs a pair of yards to move the chains. Jantois with a hard clap, but the Bobcats don't take the bait. Now he'll pivot and take a look at his bench. Now he moves up to the bigs, gives them the play change, and they're ready for action. Another hard clap. No movement up front. Look for a timeout here as they're just running clock here.
We'll let it go and punt it.
Smart move. Really impressed with the discipline that we're seeing from Coach Pennington's squad. They call the TO, we'll take a TO. Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network.
The health.
Back to the 10. He makes a move and breaks the tackle of the 20 on the near side, 25 to 30. Now he cuts back inside, gets to the 41, and typical of what we've seen in the second half, a flag on the field in the vicinity of a hold against the Bobcats.
Yeah, it looked like a block in the back there, Bill, just from on the live action there. We'll see what they called, but that's what it appeared to be.
Just a bad break for the Bobcats. They get a nice return. It's going to be a helmet-to-helmet block. So it'll be a 15-yard mark-off. Yeah.
That's 2 times the offense today, one for each team, has been called helmet-to-helmet.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
And that one's going to sting, as that's going to go all the way back to the 15-yard line.
Actually, I think what they called there is a blindside block, not helmet-to-helmet. They're calling a blindside block. You're not allowed to peel back and block anymore like you could in the old days, and I think that's what they got.
Back in the old
right
days,
there.
they didn't have face masks either, right?
I'm not talking that far back, but.
So the infraction will take away a huge chunk of real estate. And Nathan Payne and company started out their own 15. Hand off. And moving forward on the carry. That's going to be a big gainer. Frankie Burgess, or B.J. Cook. B.J. Cook, the former Alderson Broadus running back, with a nice run. B.J. Cook on his first opportunity today. A nice run. First down and 10. A handful of double-digit rushes in the game for the Bobcats. That's the latest one to B.J. Cook. Cook gets it again, but this time the Yellow Jackets waiting on him, as he's got no room to roam as Nick Martin makes the play. Well, we're inside of 3 minutes to go in this fourth and final quarter of play. It's been all West Virginia State in the second half. You can't fault the effort and the focus from this Bobcat team. They've worked hard. Coach Martin's done a great job. We're seeing a lot of marked improvement.
Yeah.
Looking forward to a couple weeks. When we
if I'm West Virginia Wesleyan, I'll pull that first half of this film and watch it and get the positives from that first half and build all fast. Second half wasn't a good half, but look at that first half and go all fast. I think a new quarterback, and that is 19, Chase Harsh, and they're getting some snaps for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Looks like an injury on the field, as the Bobcat lineman, Jeremiah Edmond, does a flip, gets up and gets off the field. That's some athleticism from the big fella.
Yeah, BJ used to do that all the time.
VJ Davis, he's not the spotter of the year in the conference for nothing.
No, he probably still could do it, I bet.
I guarantee it. Well, the clock rolls, 1:40 and turning. And as you mentioned, a new sheriff in town, or in this case, quarterback Chase Harsh. He's got twin receivers to both sides. Looks to pass. Pocket breaks down. He'll tuck and run over the 30 to the 35. He gets close to the first down, as they'll get him at the 38-yard line.
First down.
Mike Fontaine makes the tackle, but not in time.
Not in time. First down, Chase Harsh. Good little scramble there, and gets in the stat book there. Showed some athleticism getting out of the pocket.
Inside of a minute. Just a couple more snaps left in this one, Jonathan. Your thoughts about this contest today?
Yeah, like I said a few minutes ago, if I'm a West Virginia Wesleyan, obviously the coaches are going to evaluate the whole film, but when talking to the players, I pull up that first half, and that's what I focus on. And this will make them 0-4 on the year, but they were more competitive today than it seems like they've been in the first 3 games, especially in that first half. And that's what I'd build upon and just kind of show them the difference. And the biggest was energy and, attention to detail and tackling, winning one-on-one battles. So,
injury on the field. There's a cramp. We're going to take a break as we're watching Bobcat football on the Mountain East Digital Network. And here at West Virginia Wesleyan, injury on the field. And they're going to let the clock run out. And that's going to do it. The final score here, 51-16, as West Virginia State wins it. We'll be back in action in a couple weeks as we'll play host to West Liberty. 1 o'clock to start for that one. Special thank you to the administration here and the game day staff at West Virginia Wesleyan, to you, Jonathan Hicks, and to VJ Davis on a job well done. And I want to thank all of our watchers for tuning in. Until next time, take care and God bless.